Junkie, welcome to my channel. Today I'll be doing a get ready with me with a lot of new makeup recently purchased. Some of it's new, some of it's new this year, but I wanted to try out some different looks that I haven't shown in other videos and different combinations of makeup. We're experimenting a little bit today with my complexion. I have the new Peau Radiant Fluid Natural. I want to glow it up a bit because it's a bit flatter than I expected, so I'm going to be using the Auric Glow Lust in Morganite underneath. And then, of course, my new discovery, the Fenty Body Sauce as bronzer for an eye look today. I'm going into the Pat McGrath Holiday Palette again. Going to be using a little less foily of a look, maybe slightly foily, but more of a natural shade. If I can open this thing. More natural shades than the previous looks I showed you, because there are a lot of natural colors in here. Not natural, what am I saying? More neutral colors in that palette. So we're gonna be having some fun. I've really been enjoying these like get ready with me types of videos because I have to get ready anyway. I'm going on an overnight trip, and so I want to, do something a little bit special with my makeup, so this is a perfect time for me to do a get ready with you. And I have some makeup that this past week I haven't had the opportunity to try out a lot, so anyways, let's get to it. I know for me the weather is actually getting cooler, which it's always a little bit jarring. It's like one day it's warm, the next day it's not. But I have been enjoying it. I think I slept a little bit better last night because it was cooler. So excited about that. Oh, I forgot to tell you, I bought a new hand mirror and a new lip gloss, and I didn't want to do like a whole separate video because it's only two things. But this is the Trixie Mattel mirror. This is the Plant Gay collection. The regular mirror that Trixie has is pink, but this is green. It's a heart shape, mirror on the other side. Thought it was cute. And then the lip gloss. So I got a kind of a different shade for me. This is a kind of an orange shade. This is called New Thing from Trixie. This is her lip gloss. And it has such a cute heart shape. And I do want to show you the box for the mirror. So Trixie has a very like 60s, I want to say, aesthetic, and I love it. I mean, look at this box. It's very old school. Super cute. I want to try more of her makeup. She has a palette, the Plant Gay collection. The palette looks nice. It's just the shades weren't like totally my style. I think the pink palette that sold out, that's the one I would want to try. And then the blush trio, that's like really bright pink, I would have picked that up, but it sold out. So if you guys are interested in Trixie Cosmetics, there are several makeup lines from different drag queens, and I haven't really explored that makeup world that much. I think I think they cater towards like drag makeup, but totally anybody can wear it. I mean, we're all doing drag look techniques these days with contouring and all of that. So let me go grab that box. Alright, so here is the box. I mean, how cute is this? I love it. I love this aesthetic. It's so adorable. Even though I didn't grow up back then, I like the little eyes. I think it's super cute. So this is how the mirror came. I love it. I will say, to ship in the same state that I live in, $12. If you spend a certain amount, you get free shipping. So it comes with a little card, a little message. But I couldn't quite find that many things to pick up. I didn't want to do like a total Trixie haul. I just wanted to really just get the mirror. I will try out this lip gloss with you today. It is super cute. Okay, let's get on to complexion. Victoria Beckham primer today, the original. This is the Augustina Spader Cell Rejuvenating Primer, and I just saw that she came out with blush sticks. I need to like do another Victoria Beckham little shopping spree, because mostly everything that I picked up from her brand I've really liked. I think the one exception is probably the little eyeshadow glitter pot. It's pretty. I just probably wouldn't pick up another one, but everything else really good. Alright, so I mentioned the Glow Lust and putting this on before this just to see what that does to that little bit of a flatter finish. So the Glow Lust, if you guys don't know what this is, it is like a very pearly complexion enhancer, I'll call it. It's called a luminizer, and you can use it different ways. You can put it under makeup, mix it in, or put it on top. This particular product in this, there's a few products out there in this category, but this one I think has the most amount of glow. It's pretty extreme. It's a little bit on the thicker side, but I like what it does to my complexion a lot. So you can wear it by itself. I kind of have a lot on my face right now with the primer. I probably could have skipped the primer. Such a really pretty lit from within finish. So now I'm going to go into this Clé de Peau, and I have the shade B10 Light Beige. I have hair stuck to it. And by the way, I finally cleaned this. We're going to do a couple pumps, and I'm going to try a different technique as well than when I first tried this one on. I'm going to apply it with my fingers and then buff it in, and then go in with a sponge just to see what that looks like. And I'm using my phone to apply this. So what I liked about this, I think it looks really natural, but it's not like the most natural looking on my skin, because I thought, you know, the name natural, I think, can take different connotations, and I took it as being more glowy. And that's not really the case with this one. I think it can be a little bit more, not matte, but right in between, and I just wanted a little bit more glow from this one. That's why I put that luminizer. But I did do a mask today. It's very special. So that might be just residue from that mask. So I haphazardly applied that. Now I'm going to do a brush. I'm going to use a brush, Sonia G Classic Base. And it's still a little bit wet, so I finally washed my brushes, and they're still damp. I want it just to become one with my skin a little bit more. That's actually not looking bad. I need a sponge and probably a little bit more product on my nose. Things are looking good. Damp sponge, Real Techniques. I think I like the brush around the perimeter of my face, not so much in here, so we're going to go back in. So I tapped into the foundation with the sponge. So we're adding more product. Push, push, push it in. It looks glowier than when I applied it last time. That's pretty. I did have a little bit of trouble wear time kind of rubbing off up in here. So we're going to see what happens today, but let's get into concealer. So I have my Clé de Peau concealers that I picked up. These are not new, but they're new to me. And I have my corrector pen, my concealer stick, both in the shade Ivory. And I'm going to do my click pen first. This is a really light corrector. I don't really know how this is a corrector pen because it's just looks like a concealer. And I'm going to take my mini sponge, Real Techniques. So what I've learned with the stick concealer, it's a drier formula, so I think if you put too much or if you don't set it with a powder, it gets a little bit crinkly, makes your eyes look a little bit worse. So it's a bit of a finicky product. so I'm not going to use as much. It's just like a firmer product, so the creases can get a little bit crevicey. Some powder like right now, so, and not try to smile and crinkle before it dries. Okay, so I'm using just a Chantecaille loose powder in light. I'm using the Sonia G Designer Pro. Smaller brush. There's a lot of powder on there. A lot of powder. Okay, that's probably too much. Now we're set. So continuing on with creams, I'm going to use my new favorite bronzer. Fenty Body Sauce in Pearl Swirl 01. Body product on the face. I always have to thank Kate the Great Beauty for this idea, but it's pretty good. Okay, so I take it on my fingers. I think, so I've tried this on powdered skin. It looked good. I put it, I put it on liquid over liquid, foundation. I think I liked it over powdered skin the most. But this looks the most natural, but it really stands out if your skin's already kind of powdered. So I put it where I would normally put like a cream bronzer on my forehead, basically where the sun hits. I know like we're getting into cooler months, so you may not care about looking as bronzy, but it just wakes up my skin. So I've been enjoying this, and I take it all the way down my neck. Probably not great with a white shirt. It is like a body product, and sometimes they stain your clothes. Okay, so I have some liquid blush, liquid highlighter to apply, and then we'll get into powders. I know I'm spending like a lot of time on complexion, but you guys that watch YouTube, I know I'm not the only one. I really like layering cream and powder blushes and highlighters and bronzers. I really like a layered look. I think it helps with longevity. It adds dimension to your blush, your highlighter, but it can easily get like way too much. So that's like all the cream blush I need. And then highlighter using Lisa Eldridge. This is Elevated Glow Cosmic Rose. Did you guys see? I'm sure there's probably, by the time this video goes out, there'll be more details on her new launch. It looks like a foundation bottle, and I hope you guys are excited as I am, because I'm sure it's gonna be good. I'm gonna want it, even though I don't need more foundation. It looks amazing, but I mean, who knows? It could be like a glowy product, another glowy product, but I'm hoping it's a foundation. Now, if I had to guess, it's not going to be a full coverage foundation. It's going to be on the lighter side, just kind of from her blush and highlight makeup. It's really light, but we will see. I'm excited. So that is just a little bit of a subtle glow. We're good to move on to our powder stage. So I'm going to use more of my Chantecaille light powder, and then I'm going to go into my Givenchy color corrector and use my big brush from Rougher. This is the 25. I honestly like the way my face looks. I don't want to use powder, but if I want my face to last a little bit throughout the day, powder is pretty important for me. I'm a combo person, combo skin. I do get oily and shiny, and foundation does like to break down on me, so Setting powder is important, but you don't need to put like another color powder over everything. Something with actually no color is great, but not like a coverage kind of color. So I'm going into the Givenchy Prisme Libre color corrector. It has like green and purple and blue. This is a pretty matte powder, so we'll just do a little bit of that. And for cheeks, I haven't used this one in a while. This is Sisley Phyto Blush Golden Rose. These blushes came out this year. I don't know that a lot of people are using them, but this is like a peachy golden color. A lot of gold reflect with this one. It's almost like an orgasm alternative, but it's got a lot of gold. I think it's even more glowy. Some eyebrows, and then we'll get into that Pat McGrath Holiday Palette again. So this is the Kosas Airbrow in Taupe. I think this product, you can kind of easily go a little bit overboard, and then at a certain point, there's just too much product on your brows. So, and then you can't move them around. It becomes powdery or clumpy, like the product starts to clump up. So I think I liked it at first. I like the little brush. I like the packaging. Chantecaille Waterproof Brow Definer Ash Blonde. I think I liked the Airbrow at first. As I said, like you only can put in so many strokes before it gets way too clumpy. Filled in those holes in my brow. Pat McGrath palette. So it's Mothership Mega Celestial Odyssey. Longest name ever. Let's talk about what we're going to get into today. In this palette, I am thinking, oh, so many options. Probably these two. Maybe this kind of quadrant over here. And maybe up here. I think that's probably going to look the most neutral, natural for daytime. Let's start with that matte shade, Sunrose Amber, this one right here. And I have clean brushes, guys. I mentioned that earlier, but it's like a shock when I see a clean brush. Pigmented. So matte. Pat's mattes are really good. See how strong that went on, and then I just diffused it out. This is a very toasty shade. It's making my eyes look very tan. Yeah. Okay, so where do I want to go next? I want to have a little bit of depth. So we're going to go into this deep shade here, which is Bronzy Clips. And you don't need much product. So I'm using a mix of rougher brushes, different sizes, and Sonia G, Goss, all that. That's just what's in my collection in general. I'm taking a clean brush right now and just moving this Bronzy Clips around. Just kind of diffusing the color, but keeping it towards the periphery of my eyelid. But you can see, like, on my skin tone how that one really smoked up the look. But I'm gonna add some lighter tones to this so it doesn't get too smoked up. I mean, I don't want to go too dark. So let's get into, I'm gonna start out with Solar Flare on the lid, see how that goes. A lot of reflect there. I think that brightened things up a lot. Let's think about, what do I want to do on my under eye? I think I want to take this matte, I don't know, peachy-ish shade, Saturn Sunset, and take this under the eye. Just want to define the eye without adding too deep of a shade. Hey, we're still looking natural, a little bit fresh, a little bit more fall shades. We're gonna go take this an extra step, and I pulled out the McGrath Intensifeyes Artistry pen because I want to make this lightest shade really bold. So this is like a pen that has this, like, I don't know, Vaseline kind of stick to make your eyeshadows a little bit bolder. So I'm going to go in on the inner corner. And yes, it's going to pick up eyeshadow, it's going to pick up product. So it does disturb things a little bit, but you're usually putting more product on top. So in the end, it's fine. So I'm going to take a small brush into this lightest shade here, which is Galactic Glow. For me, my look is never complete until I have highlight in the inside of my eye. It just draws attention in the right place. When you look at this palette, you may not realize you can get a look like this, like very wearable. A lot of these colors would work on a lot of people, but I can only speak for my light skin tone. These show up. Of course, they're not going to show up the way they look on me on everyone, but you know, that Bronze Eclipse, you could really, I think that one especially is going to show up on a deeper skin tone, a medium skin tone. I mean, you can really add dimension and depth with the placement of that one particularly. I kind of made it not as noticeable now. It was much deeper earlier, you guys saw. But I think this is a very nice little daytime look that you can take in tonight if you like. I do want to do a little bit of a liner because I think I'm done with eyeshadow. Yeah, so that's with that palette. And for eyeliner, I'm going to go into a maroon shade from Victoria Beckham, the Satin Eye Kajal in Bordeaux. I had the wrong one. This guy, because I really like eyeliners that are not always black. This is a really soft pencil, but it lasts. I don't like applying lighter in my waterline, but I heard this one stays there really well. So I am doing a little bit of waterline, but I'm just going to keep it at the top. Mascara for today, I'm going to be using the waterproof mascara from Goss, and I will be back. Alright, mascara is on. Now for lips, I'm going in with the Sisley lip liner. This is Phyto Libre's Perfect Nude. Kind of a brown nude. So not really the nude for my lips. I'm on the pinker side. Probably shouldn't be talking. I like this lip liner. It's like cost a fortune, but it has such flexibility. Like, it's not hard. But it doesn't like disappear either. So very brown, right? Now I'm going in with a Goss Luxury Cream Lipstick in Lily. I think this is one of his best selling shades. It has such a classic like lipstick taste and smell. So we're not done. I'm going to use the Trixie Lip Gloss. So this is New Thing, and it's got some glitters in it. This is the applicator. I just love like Barbie, like very cute. So with this like very pointy doe foot applicator, it's so flexible, like it moves a lot. Like it's just like very bendy. Probably the bendiest lip gloss I've ever had. So you could just like do a little bit in the middle. I want to swatch this one on the back of my hand so you guys can get a sense of what this color is really like, because I don't know that you can see that well. But that is what it's like. Really comfortable. No scent. Alright guys, this is the final look. I'm pretty happy with the results. I like the complexion, the eyes. I'm ready to go. This is like my classic kind of daytime look. It's a little bit sparkly, but very neutral shades. Could I use a little bit more blush? Maybe, but I'm good with the golden glow I'm going with right now. Alright guys, let me know your thoughts about this new makeup. Are you guys curious about anything? I think I really like the finish of the Clé de Peau with a little bit of a luminizer behind it. Feels nice. I do expect I'm going to get some dew throughout the day, so we're not quite done yet. I'm going to do a little bit of a blurring powder just for funsies and insurance purposes. And Chantecaille Perfect Blur, just in my danger zones. Alright guys, now let me know your thoughts. What are you guys excited about that's coming out? I really hope Lisa's coming out with that foundation. It looks like a foundation bottle. It's got a weird kind of, not weird, but like very curvy foundation bottle, which is cool. Alright, let me know what you guys think. Hope you're having a good day. Thanks so much for watching. If you like this video, click the thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye guys.